أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
What I wanted to say, to make matters inshallah clearer, because it's such an important thing, when we heard how to make wudu or how to make salah, right, and we know that the differences of opinion, we talked about that yesterday. Again, we need to understand the matter in the right perspective. This should not be a reason that people become in war against one another. That once a person is doing something different in matters of fiqh than other, that means he is wrong, that means he is subjecting himself to the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that means he is innovating in the religion. This is something that is not valid whatsoever. And this ummah, since the time of the companions radiallahu anhum, they had these differences of opinion that was spacious enough for all of them, but again they dealt with it with the right etiquettes. It was never a reason for animosity. And at the same time, none of them took the fact that there is differences of opinion, that it's okay for the person to just pick and choose. None of them. But their goal was to find the truth. If we have this in our hearts, that our goal is to imitate the Prophet ﷺ. If we have the Prophet ﷺ among us, right, we ask ourselves this question, and he come and tell us, do this or do that, in even a small matter that has differences of opinion. Would anyone have a dispute? Of course not. The same ruling is valid till today. It was not just valid at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, when the companions were with the Prophet ﷺ. What abrogated this ruling? What cancelled it? It's never cancelled. It's till the day of judgment. But after the death of the Prophet ﷺ, we have the people of knowledge, we have the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and of course we have before that the Quran. So the ruling is the same. So what we need to have in our hearts, that our goal is to find the way of the Prophet ﷺ in every small and major issue. If we can't, we have deficiencies, we're not able to understand the sayings of the Prophet ﷺ, differences, hadith, different meanings, and of course it's not for the normal person, as some people think, that he can make his own opinions and own madhab. No, this is not the case. They ask the people of knowledge. But when we ask the people of knowledge, our attitude is that this alim, this scholar, he inherited this knowledge from the previous scholar, from the previous generation, till the Prophet ﷺ. That means he is telling you, to the best of his capability, what is the way of the Prophet ﷺ. If someone claims that every move and everything that we do in the salah or other than the salah, this is the truth, that there is no truth after this, he is wrong. He's doing that to the best of his capability. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us in the Quran, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ وَأُولِي الْأَمْرِ مِنكُمْ. We Allah and His Messenger, sallallahu and the people in charge of you. So this is to the best of the capability of the people of knowledge. So in that case, a person should not take this as an evidence that he is on the truth and the absolute truth and everybody is not, and at the same time he should not just blindly follow. Our attitude is, we want to follow the Prophet ﷺ. If the necessity becomes in such a way that we don't have the means, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most merciful as long as we have this attitude, and we take the proper means to try to find the proper way. رَبَّنَا لَا تُؤَخِذْنَا إِنْ نَسِينَا أَوْ أَخْطَأْنَا. Right? And someone that has another opinion among the ulama, with position of the hand, then the salah, or this or that, right? He, of what I said, of course, which is saying from the people of knowledge, of course, he might have the correct opinion, and what I said is the wrong opinion. This is valid, right? Why? If it's all based about this attitude, right? But what should we do? We should do the best of our capability in asking the people of knowledge, and there is no harm on us in this way. But to say that I would follow a certain man, what would the person ask or answer in the day of judgment? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us to follow the Prophet ﷺ. So the attitude when we ask the alim or follow the imam, and our heart, this is to the best of my capability, this is the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? And then when we ask about the evidences and all that. So this has to be very clear. And as some said, and I hope that is understood in the proper context, for people to stand in the salah and they do things physically different, they're making the same salah, the same numbers of rak'ah, mashallah. no problem, right? But if they're doing certain moves differently, but their hearts are together, it's better when they're all doing the same moves, but their hearts are against one another. Right? So they might be doing things differently. Because, for example, if a person has the knowledge, and to his knowledge based on the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, the deen that he would meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with, that this is the proper way, he should do it that way, based of course on the people. He's knowledgeable person. He should not follow the crowd or follow this, whatever, right? So this is the deen of Islam, right? And he should not look down on, or he's doing this, that. We have to make sure that the matter is clear like this, right? But our goal is to constantly, we want to change to the best. We want to, if we find out, if we realize, no doubt, that this is the most authentic way, this is the way of the Prophet ﷺ, to the best of our knowledge and our capability, then we have no excuse but to do it. And there's no such a way, well, I'm following the Shafi'i madhab, I cannot do that. There's no such a thing in the deen of Islam. No one of the people of knowledge said that. It's only in certain situations where the person will be in chaos if he doesn't do that. But in our cases, you will not go invent another madhab. We're not saying that all the madhab is not good. All of these things is all false claims. But these are the A'immah of the people of Ahl Sunnah. And whoever follows these A'immah of Ahl Sunnah, he is from the people of the truth. But always the condemnation is to blindly follow someone, whether he's right or wrong, I don't care. This is a concept that is wrong, right? But the person do the best of his capability, so that what he's following is following the Prophet ﷺ, and this is the goal of that. So I hope this matter is clear, and that the hearts are together, and that people are doing things for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, till 6:15, those wants to leave, for a long time, we're tired, we have things to do. So feel free, inshallah, to leave. But I would stay till 6 or 6:15, because that's an MAC. If you have any questions, but basically in what we said. Forgive me, in just what we said. If there's any questions, and also if there's any questions from the sisters, please ask, so that we can clarify anything that is not clear. First, is there any